Today we're going to discuss how you can use the Summoner's War Optimizer to build the hardest hitting damage dealer you can. The first thing you need to do is um, go to the Summoner's War Optimizer. I'm using the web version. There's also a Windows 10 version. And if you haven't already, you're going to need to click Summoner's War Exporter and download this too. We already did that. And it should look something like this. Something like this. The little helpful guide thing, you click on it and you just find your device, Android or iOS, and you follow the instructions. It'll generate you a text file and you can import that into the Summoner's War Optimizer. I'm gonna do that for me right now. Then we're gonna click import. Give it a minute and everything should, the little green box tells you everything went in. And we're gonna go down to the little lines, which is the optimizer builds. And we're going to pick one of the damage dealers we want to optimize. For this example, we'll use Lucian, because everybody wants their Lucian to hit as hard as possible. He's currently Rage. Rage is nice. You can go Fatal. And then if you want Will, you can select Will too, but I don't really care about Will. I just go Broken. You can also simulate grinds here. You can simulate grinds, minimum or maximum, but I usually turn it off. If you have a new rune you're trying to put on something, that might be useful. Also over here, make sure you don't have use only runes from inventory on, unless that's what you really want. But down here is what we're really interested in. So focus is what's important on the monster you're currently building. For Lucian, we want attack, crit rate, and crit damage. And I want my Lucian to be at least 90 crit rate. This number over here kind of tells you how many builds you can make with the settings so far. And the default for this is 10. If you have a beefy computer, you can kick it up, get more builds. It's kind of a lot for my crappy computer, so we're going to stick to 10. Also, if your computer lags while you're using the optimizer, you can turn this number down. I have it at 6. I think default is 8 or 10. I don't remember. I also like to make sure everything is plus 15. And then we're going to click this little cogwheel on the side, and this is where all the good stuff is. We have Lucian, and we want Lucian's third skill to hit as much as possible. So we click Amputation Magic, pops up the multiplier, doesn't have a passive for him. Enemy defense doesn't matter for Lucian, and then we click max because our Lucian's max skilled. The ignore defense skill, we're using buildings, which is your glory point buildings. Let's say we're using him for Guild Wars, so we'll use Guild Wars to don't care about defense break, but we want attack buff. And then over here, let's say we're using the Fire Lightning Emperor as our leader, so 44 attack. And then let's say we're using Fire Lightning Emperor, Tion, Lucian, and our Tion's offset is fight. So this is where you can input that fight set. Fight set is 8%, so we'll put this at 52. And then when everything's good, we click apply, and it should find us our hardest hitting Lucian we can make. Hardest hitting Lucian is 15.2k, which is not bad. But maybe you don't like 90 crit rate, maybe you want to be safe. So we'll change this to 100 and we'll apply. And our highest damage dealing Lucian with 100 crit rate is 14.7. Notice that the higher attack one is also giving us more damage, even though we have 52% extra attack percent. So let's do one now that's not ignore defense. So same thing if you want to do like Kali or Katarina, same thing. Let's do somebody who needs armor break. Let's say we want to build him on Rage too. Say Rage Will. Same thing. Attack, crit rate, crit damage. Let's say we want, I don't know, 70. Then we're gonna go over here. Same thing. We care about third skill. We're max skilled. Enemy defense kind of depends where you are in the game. For Guardian, 1200 is good. If it's a really tanky thing, it probably has more like 1400. If it's a Feng Yan, it probably has more like 2000. And you can kind of stick it there. But it's not ignore defense. We want to use defense break. And let's say we're just using him as the leader. No fight set. And then we're going to click apply and see what we get. We got 38,000, which is not bad. Rage Will. 38,000, not bad. Yeah, hopefully this helps. Next guide will be Fire Lightning Emperor Katarina R5s. So I thought I would do this damage dealer building guide before I did that. So you guys can make the hardest hitting damage dealers you can for that team because the damage is really important. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.